Brockton, happy Thanksgiving. Okay, as you're coming through the stand today, make sure you stop off at the concession stand, pick up some hot food, some hot drinks.
Hi, Christy. How are you? How are you? Good. That's, you know. Katie's mom, Christy.
1, 2, 3. Cool.
Now, so where do I hold it best for?
One, two, three, four.
What to decide? Happy Thanksgiving, Bridgewater, Brockton, you know, yay. They're in the big pot. Hopefully, turn them for fire yet. You know, the budget's so bad, we might have had to warn the children. Yeah, they're in the band pot.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A moment can be defined as a comparatively brief period of time. There is no better example of this than for a high school athlete. 4 years flying by playing a sport that they've been involved in since they were just a young child. Today's student athletes from Bridgewater, Rainham, and Brockton will continue a tradition that dates back 15 years, each game with a moment of its own.
These two neighboring cities and towns play each other for the first of what is hopefully many Thanksgiving games.
Nick Schlatt's a 6-yard run. 13-0, Trojans on top.
Brockton wins this Thanksgiving Day matchup and finally gets one in this Thanksgiving Day meeting between these two teams.
To give to Edmund Kelsey, and is he in? It's going to be close, no sign yet. BR calling for it, and no, BR takes the win.
Touchdown Boxers, and they take a lead with 18 seconds to go.
Special day for Dan Bieron, coaching in his final game as a head coach of the BR Trojans.
Coach Peter Colombo, we wish you the best of luck in your well-deserved retirement.
Today is these players' final chance to have their moment to end their season, or in some cases, end their high school career. This game goes beyond wins and losses. It's about bragging rights. It's about giving your all one final time. It's about showing why your school stands out. Today we see two teams rich in football history, but this game is about the players and coaches seeking to add their touch to this tradition and have one final moment in 2025.
The ball bounces
Brockton has put the exclamation point on this. Unbelievable.
The highlight factory has come to BR.
The junior Cemento puts it right in the money.
And we are off and running on Thanksgiving morning. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. You are looking at Bridgewater Rainham Regional High School. The tradition continues. Which player, which team will have their moment in this rivalry? Brockton taking on Bridgewater Rainham at Bridgewater Rainham Regional High School. John Luck, happy to be joined by Big Game Miles Jackson. We are representing BTV and BCA respectively. And Miles, these two teams coming into this matchup here on different paths. Let's start off with the Brockton Boxers because the season really took a turn for the worse when we talk about Jared Mighty, the wide receiver for the Brockton Boxers. But before the game, we were kind of interested to see number 6. He suited up, and he looks like he's ready to play.
Yeah, of course he's ready to play. He's a senior. This possibly could be his last game. Well, this is his last game for the Boxers. So, you know, he's full of adrenaline, and he's going to give it a shot and see what he can do out there to help lead this Brockton team to at least a competitive game with this 7-4 Bridgewater team.
The Brockton Boxers, they come into today's matchup at 3-7. They are the champions of the Big Three. They took down Durfee in that championship game that Mighty was hurt in. But for the Boxers, it feels like it's been a question of who is going to step up if Jared Mighty couldn't go today. And that was a question that really affected them the last couple of weeks.
Exactly. They've got some good ball players on that side, but as you know, Jared Mighty was the main man on that offense. So the quarterback, Samito, he's going to have to step up along with some of the other running backs. Tyler.
CJ Tyler.
Yes, he's going to have to step up. And really, that offensive line is going to have to step up to give this Brockton offense any chance of moving the football up and down the field.
Coach Silva in his second season with the Brockton Boxers. As I mentioned, they come into today's matchup at 3-7, looking to take on a BR Trojans football team that comes into this matchup falling short in the MIAA Division II semifinal round, but a chance for these players and these seniors to have one final send-off in front of their friends and family on this Thanksgiving morning as you see the Trojans enter the battlefield here at Bridgewater Rainham.
You know, John, and it's just a beautiful Thanksgiving day. We have a lot to be thankful for as we're blessed with just a beautiful day for these high school football players to come out here and show their stuff in front of their fans.
And for Bridgewater Rainham, we were talking before the game about Jack Lambert. I had no idea that Jack Lambert was also the name of a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback a while ago. But Jack Lambert, he's certainly had a football team that a lot of Trojans fans aren't familiar with because predominantly Bridgewater Rainham has been about the running game, the ground and pound attack. But the passing threat for this team has certainly been something to be in awe of with players like Caden Blake, Finn Kelly, Dylan Reed, and the list goes on and on. Although they do have a couple of talented running backs, including Braden Lewis, who it looks like he is going to play today, as well as number 23, Adrian Peebles. But I've talked about this with my with the broadcast partner I usually have, Zach Sylvia, and the question is, how do you plan defensively for this BR Trojans team? Because they can get you on the ground, they can get you in the air, and in the passing game, you have no idea where that ball's going.
Exactly. Brockton has their hands full this afternoon with this offensive attack of Bridgewater Rainham. As you said, Jack Lambert, the quarterback, he's just all scholastic in what he does out here on the field as well in the classroom. And I'm not sure if you said Jack, he was definitely with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Hall of Famer Jack Lambert. But Jack Lambert was a linebacker, middle linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm sure Jack Lambert, the quarterback for Bridgewater Rainham, his mother and father grew up with those steel curtain Steelers back in the 70s.
So you see both teams out on the field. Brockton won the toss. Got Al Lacerda on the field getting the wireless camera shots on what you heard Miles say, a picture-perfect Thanksgiving morning. So Brockton will kick away. and defer to the second half. In a rivalry that goes back to 2010, as you saw in that extended opening, and these two teams certainly very familiar with each other going back to that year, but it just feels like this rivalry is perfect. It's two schools that are very close together. For years, BR played teams like Silver Lake or Taunton. Brockton played Waltham, so those are long treks to make. With this situation here, it's only a short trip up 24.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful situation for both teams. They formed the rivalry since 2010. Brockton got the best of them last year, but Brockton's got their hands full this year with this dangerous Bridgewater-Rainham team.
We will step aside for the playing of our national anthem, courtesy of the Bridgewater-Rainham Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the BR Marching Band.
Thanksgiving morning between BR and Brockton, getting set to kick off on what's a beautiful day. Temperatures in the 40s, they'll hold there. We'll have partly cloudy skies as the day goes on. I think it was last year, it was a borderline washout where we had a driving rainstorm. But we will get a chance to see Jack Lambert and the BR Trojans offense take the field first. Dylan Reed, along with Cam Knutson in the backfield, awaiting the punt that will be executed by Daniel De Silva, a senior kicker for the Boxers.
And right off the back, this kicking team is going to have to be stay in their lanes, cover all angles. They don't want to get a big return from this dangerous Trojan team.
Cam Knutson has had a punt return for a touchdown on Thanksgiving morning. We are off and running, end over end, into the hands of Knutson, who starts from his own 2-yard line. Cam Knutson tripped up, wrapped up, and pulled down just shy of the 25, and that's where we'll see the senior quarterback lead his Trojans out for the final time.
And I see we see Mighty out there. Looks like he's playing cornerback, possibly. So he's going to give it a shot.
And Jared Mighty is just as talented a defender as he is offensively. He's had a pick 6 earlier this season.
Yeah, he's very dangerous on offense.
So it will be Adrian Peebles joining his quarterback in the backfield. Jameson Dorica on the near side, trip receiver to Lambert's right. Playing out of the shotgun, as he will all game long. The first pass of the day complete to Dorica across the 25. As he gets pulled down by number 17, Wilmer Peralon.
Yeah, good coverage by Brockton's defense there. You can see it on the replay.
Second down, 2nd and 6 from the 29.
A 4-yard gain, senior to senior, so it brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Lambert letting it fly here early on, as that pass is going to be incomplete. Good secondary play there by Casey Rhodes.
Yeah, he was, Lewis had him all blanketed over there, covering the receiver. Good play by the cornerback.
Well, we have traditions in BR and Brockton. You got your stuffing, you got your family and friends, and you got Newbie Rateau on the sidelines in his turkey hat. Happy Thanksgiving, Newbie.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. I'll tell you what, man, this turkey hat is not only a tradition, but it actually keeps it pretty warm. So I was talking to a couple of coaches. They said, listen, Newbie, here's the deal. It's all about having fun today. It's all about having fun. Brockton's like, we got to have fun, but take care of this is really the last game of the season. So listen, play loose, play fun, and see what happens. But both teams are in good spirits. Let's see what happens. But I'll tell you what, both teams are very excited for attacking and winning that.
Yeah, you heard Newbie say it's all about having fun, and I think that's the one thing that gets lost in high school football when we talk about the power ratings, the playoffs, and all that. Both these teams out of the playoffs. Now it's about the love of the game and going out there and having that one last hurrah with your friends and teammates. A new set of downs as Peebles gets his first carry of the day across the 40 and inches closer to Brockton territory. Going to get stopped at the 49 once again by Rhodes.
Yeah, nice run by Peebles. He's starting on the inside, but as you can see, then he bounces to the outside and gets some good yardage.
So about a 10-yard gain for Peebles. A junior running back gets a carry once again, tries to cut the corner, but he'll end up losing a couple of yards on the play. Included on the tackle, Nathan Jean-Philippe.
Yeah, nice job on the right side of that defense to contain that run to the outside. And again, Brockton's defense is going to have to really step up and not be controlled by this Bridgewater-Rainham offense.
The running backs on this team have been predicated on the yards after contact. As Peebles tries to sidestep a couple defenders, he'll be very close to that first down marker. Depends on the spot. They are going to move the chains, so Peebles will get a first down on the carry.
Yeah, you can see there on the replay, great effort by the Bridgewater-Rainham running back to just push ahead to get that first down.
Peebles in the quarterfinal round against Bill Ricca had about 200 rushing yards. Really took that game over as he'll get the carry on the third straight play into Brockton territory. Going to pick up about 3 on the play. And the very interesting thing about Peebles and his fellow running back, Braden Lewis, they are both juniors. So teams next year are going to have a really big problem stopping the run.
Exactly.
3-yard gain for Peebles brings up a 2nd and 7 as BR into Brockton territory. Another short gain for Peebles. And that's what this BR rushing attack has been all season long. It's not those highlight, 30 or 40-yard runs. It's those short 2 or 3-yard runs, but it's also playing with tempo as we're starting to see here on this drive.
Yeah, Peebles looks like he's a very strong running back.
On third down, Lambert gonna throw, looking for Derica on the sidelines, had Rhodes with him all the way, and Rhodes almost ended up with an interception, but Casey Rhodes playing here today and really showing out in the secondary on this opening drive.
Yeah, great coverage by Casey Rhodes. He wasn't fooled by the play there option, but actually play action, but did a great job staying with the receiver.
Intended receiver was Derica. And, I mean, it's just mind-boggling to say this. Jared Mighty, after what happened a few weeks ago, is awaiting the punt return from Finn Kelly. A booming kick that will go into the hands of Mighty, and he'll get wrapped up and pushed out of bounds right around the 22, 23-yard line. We'll see Brockton's offense come out, but right now we toss it back down to Newbie Rateau.
What's up, guys? How we doing? I'll tell you what, we're having a blast over here on Turkey Day. I'm here joined a very good friend of mine. What's your name again? Caleb. We talk all the time. We go way back. Way back. Caleb, man, talk about what does Thanksgiving football mean to you, your former player? What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's just like nice to be out here with everybody, your friends, your family, everybody supporting you, just showing up for a great day to play some football.
Now, who's this player behind you? There's a couple players behind you. What's going on over here?
Yeah, so this is Lachlan, number 55 out there. He's one of my boys. This is Dylan Reed, number 4, and there's another one somewhere, Jack Lambert. So these are my boys.
Listen, we have a lot of fans over here. Guys, you ready for football? You guys are getting fired up? I can hear you. Let's go! Woo! Woo! We're going to Disney! Back to you guys.
One day I want to be as hyper as Newbie Rateau on Thanksgiving morning.
A lot of energy.
He brings the energy every year.
Yes, sir.
As we see Semedo lead out this Brockton offense, that pass is complete at the 25-yard line into the hands of number 15, that is Kavion Burke.
Yeah, Burke did a nice job of concentrating. He bobbled it real quick, but he pulled it back in and made the catch.
Burke against the Varian, 3 receptions for 43 yards. Semedo and the Boxers facing a 2nd and about 7 with a handoff straight through the middle into the hands of number 32 for the Boxers. That's Lordani Blues.
Carried by number 32, Lordani Blues.
Nice job early on by the Boxer offense, mixing it up, pass, a couple of runs.
3rd and 6.
Typically on Thanksgiving, we see coaches maybe break out those 1 or 2 plays that you kind of use in case of emergency. At this point, the season's over after today, so see what you can get done. On 3rd down, off a sweep going to the far side is going to be Burke, and Burke will take the contact, picking up a couple extra yards.
Wow, that was a collision there, and Burke held up and still gained a few more yards, but I'm not sure if they made the 1st down. And it looks like they're about a yard short. You'll see it right here. Rolls out to the right. Big hit by the Trojans to stop him from getting a 1st down.
Looks like Lucas Oliver in on the stop as you take a look at Ian Bain in his 2nd season for the BR Trojans. As the Boxers will punt away to Cam Knutson. There is a good wind swirling here at the regional, so we'll see where the ball ends up going here. Clean delivery to Knutson. Cutting to the near side, trying to find a block, but he's just going to find a bunch of Boxers. Led in by number 43, Malik Morgan.
Yeah, great coverage by the punting team there.
1st and 10 from the 37. Met first by number 41.
You'll see it on the replay. Just good coverage by the Boxers there. Like you said, John, number 43 comes right on, holds him up, and then he has his cavalry come in and clean it up.
Jack Lambert back out, 2 for 4 on that opening drive for 14 yards. Lambert can have stretches where he's had 8 or 9 straight completions, but the Trojans elect to keep it on the ground. And they hand it off to Adrian Peebles for a very short gain. Looks like number 57, Michael Myers, included on the stop.
Yeah, nice job by that defensive line right there.
2nd and 8.
Held them right up at the line of scrimmage. Like you said, gain of 1 or 2.
Number 19, Logan Tripp on the near side. I do believe the brother of Caleb Tripp, who we heard from earlier with Newbie, along with a couple of large images of BR Trojans as Lambert going to throw on 2nd down. And how about the secondary play, this time by Devon Rinchner?
Yeah, great coverage again by Brockton's defensive backfield there. You'll see it on the replay. He was right there with him.
3rd and 8 from the 40.
Once again intended for Dorica. We don't usually see Dorica get this many 1st quarter targets. Typically it's pass attempts for Blake or Reed. As the Trojans break out a 4-receiver set. This time Dorica to the far side of the field. Lambert looking downfield. This time he completes it to the senior receiver into Brockton territory, right around the 40-yard line.
Wow, Lambert threw it where he had to, up high. He's got a big target. There was coverage. Brockton's man was right on him, but that was just a great throw and a great catch by the Trojans.
Yusef Downs for the Trojans as Lambert completes the pass to Finn Kelly, tripping over everybody. And Finn Kelly, actually a local celebrity, number 2 on You Got Mossed a couple weeks ago for his catch against Woburn in the 1st round of the playoffs.
You can see there, he doesn't go down easily.
Off the 6-yard pickup. Lambert picking up momentum, looking for Kelly, and he ropes it in.
Wow.
Finn Kelly showing how it's done in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, Rhodes was blanketed all over him, and Kelly, who has some height, used it to his advantage and just held on to the football. Great catch, as you can see right there on the replay. Wow.
26-yard reception to Finn Kelly as Peebles works his way inside the 10-yard line.
People picks up 2.
That's the third type of catch we've seen by Finn Kelly here at the regional this year, where he kind of just treats it as a basket catch.
Met first by number 57, Michael
Yeah, he just, he just took advantage of his height.
Peebles stopped by Myers, so it brings up a 2nd and goal as Lambert surveys the field and finds Finn Kelly in the end zone.
Wow, Finn Kelly's the man on this drive. He's the tight end.
I've called this place a highlight factory for Jack Lambert. He's adding on to the reel as he finds Finn Kelly for 6.
Yep, you can see him right there, wide open in the middle of the end zone. And these Trojans draw first blood in this Thanksgiving football game.
Finn Kelly, another member of the junior class, so add him to the potential problems for opposing teams as Jillian Allen comes on for the PAT, and that is no good. But nonetheless, it's the BR Trojans in front 6-0 here on Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah, like you said, Finn Kelly, only a junior, so I'm sure they're looking for big things next year as a senior and one of the leaders of this football team.
So after the game against Bill Ricca, Jack Lambert talked to the Taunton Gazette's Cameron Merritt, and he said this on his receiving core, quote, "My receiving core is probably one of the best in the state, so our effort as a unit is great. We all work together, we all work around each other, and I can just trust them to go up and get the ball," as we saw from Finn Kelly a couple times on that drive.
Yeah, I'm a witness. Definitely, they've got the height, they've got the hands, and right now they got the quarterback in Lambert delivering.
Jillian Allen will kick away as this one goes into the hands of Quentin Montero, who loses it for a second, so he won't get much of a pickup there, right around the 25-26-yard line. As we see Marcio Semedo come back out for the Boxers. And on that opening drive, it was that well-balanced attack of the run and the pass you were talking about.
Definitely so, John. Well-balanced. Early on, they were running it, then they threw a few passes, but then they saw something. The height of the receivers, Brockton has some small defensive backs and safeties, so they just took advantage of that and drove further down the field, make that big pass play to Finn Kelly.
Semedo eclipsed the 1,000 passing yard mark against Attleboro in a consolation round game a couple weeks ago, but the drive gets started with a handoff straight through the middle to number 32, that's Blues, as he gets wrapped up and pulled down by Gabe Ocampo and Christian Creed.
Yeah, not a lot there for the running back for the Boxers. Defensive line held up well.
Approaching 4.5 remaining here in the opening quarter on this Thanksgiving morning. Thanks for joining us on the BTV and BCA YouTube live streams. And again, they stick with the ground game and Blues, but he has nowhere to go except to the turf, courtesy of about 3 or 4 different BR Trojans, including Creed.
Yeah, a little counter play right there did not work because Brockton's offensive line was overwhelmed by, you can see right there, number 9 for the Trojans. Just comes right through. And a loss on the play.
Nick Rotondo also included on the stop, so it brings up a 3rd and long. Exactly what the Brockton Boxers were hoping to avoid here in the first quarter. As you see a late substitution. Number 12, Andrew Moreno, coming in to one of the receiver spots. As Semedo's going to play out of the gun on a 3rd and 13. Has the time, and that pass is going to be too tall and too long, intended for Burke.
Yeah, Burke was open. Semedo just didn't make a good pass on the play. He was wide open, had his defender beat by about 2 steps. You'll see it here on the replay. Good protection by the offensive line for the Boxers. And he's wide open. Tough break right there for the Boxers.
It almost feels like that's a microcosm of the season, especially when Mighty went down and Boxers were trying to find something against Bavaria, and they just didn't have anybody that could really fill those shoes.
Exactly.
So it would be De Silva to kick away to Knudsen. all ready for the third offensive drive as the snap gets botched. And the Boxers will fall on it, but it's going to be at their own 9-yard line. So the BR Trojans going to be met with some really favorable field position here on their third offensive drive.
Yeah, that was not a good snap to the, you could see he has to go all the way to his right, and it's a little low. And unfortunately for the Boxers, Trojans are in great field position.
Bridgewater Rainham at 7-3 this season, their highest win total since 2017 when they hit the 10-win mark. I mentioned this is Ian Bain's second season. Coach Franklin before he came here to BR. So a first and goal from the 9-yard line. Peebles in the backfield, and he'll get the carry on first down. Cuts the corner, and he'll score the 6. Adrian Peebles has been Mr. Touchdown for the BR Trojans over the past month, so give him the score on Turkey Day.
Yeah, nice call right there by the coaching staff to go to the outside. Everybody's bunched up, as you can see. He just goes left, and there's only looks like one player that he had to beat, possibly two, but just a great call by the offensive coordinator for the Trojans.
As Allen will come on for the PAT, missed the first one. She's been pretty clutch all season for the BR Trojans. And she is no good.
PAT is no good.
So the second missed PAT for number 18, but still at the very least, the BR Trojans in front by 2 scores, 12-0 with 3:27 remaining here in the first quarter.
Now Brockton on this possession, they're going to have to keep the football and try to at least drive down the field and keep it away from this scary Bridgewater Rainham offense, because if they don't, plus you want to give your defense a little rest. So Brockton really needs to put something together here in this drive.
I'm not exactly charting the plays, but I think if you were to time out the last couple Brockton drives, I'd imagine maybe a minute and a half, if that.
Yeah, it was quick.
Bridgewater Rainham leads the Thanksgiving series 9-6, outscoring the Boxers 318-258, dating back to 2010. As again, ball security an issue here for the Boxers, but they will start from their own 28-29 yard line.
Boxers will have the ball first and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, the Boxers receiver kickoff return. Man, you could see he bobbled it, as you said, John, right away. He was running towards the football, and he just dropped it.
Kavion Burke, the player that had the ball security issues on that play. We were talking before the game about how Bridgewater Rainham would look coming into this game after falling short in a heartbreaking playoff game. As we go back to last year, the Trojans losing to Catholic Memorial, they came into Marciano Stadium and just had a difficult time getting any positive momentum going in that Thanksgiving matchup. That pass completed to Burke on the near side, and Burke will get wrapped up and pulled down by Creed. Credit Knutson in on the stop as well to bring up 2nd and about 4 for the Boxers.
Yeah, Boxers nice play there. They was able to get about 7 yards on the play. Good running. Cut right back in and got about 7 yards on the play.
So on 2nd down, handoff goes to Blue straight through the middle, but he is going to be met by the BR Trojans. And how about Christian Creed just ripping down Blues to bring up a 3rd and relatively short for the Boxers.
Yeah, he zeroed right in on the running back. You see right there, just held his position, and once he saw the ball carrier, went right at him.
4 carries, about 2 yards for number 32. As you heard Miles mention, Brockton really needs a first down conversion here at the very least to give the defense a rest. Smedo drops back, has all the time to survey the field, takes this one himself to the sideline, and That's going to be very close. I think he's going to be short.
Yeah, I think he's going to be short, too. Good coverage by Bridgewater Rainham's backfield. You see right there, just couldn't find anybody to throw to. Decides to run the football.
As you see, number 6, Travis Pereira, making sure the Brockton quarterback doesn't pick up the first down.
And this is not what the Boxers wanted to do, is 3 and out.
As we mentioned, Brockton did make the MIAA playoffs. They took on Zavarian and were shut out in the first round after winning the Big 3 championship. A low snap, but this one does get kicked away into the hands of Knutson. Splits a couple defenders up to the 45. Cam Knutson into Brockton territory, still on his feet along the far sideline, tripped up right around the 10 or 11 yard line by Uriel Mamin.
Wow. That was a great punt return by Newsom. He just followed his blocks, kept his eye on the openings, as you can see right there, and just took advantage. Busted a tackle right there. Finally pushed out of bounds. Great punt return for the Trojans.
Mentioned earlier, Knutson had a punt return for a touchdown against New Bedford.
Oh.
As that is going to get flagged and brought back, so a block in the back.
Wow. Big break for the Boxers, tough break for the Trojans. Wipes out a beautiful punt return.
Brockton was waiting for something to go their way, and we just saw that did on that play.
Yeah, with a yellow flag.
So the Trojans have scored on 2 of their first 3 drives. As Peebles will join Lambert in the backfield, we have yet to see Braden Lewis, who is in uniform today. Peebles with a carry on first down. Ball comes out, and the Boxers believe they have it. The referee starting to signal that Brockton has it, and they do.
Somebody punched at the ball and hit the carrier with his helmet on the ball right there. And nice reaction by the Brockton's defense, and that's what they needed to get that defense off the field again real quickly.
We talked on the BTV broadcast that's all about momentum and the other teams trying to get some plays to go together. You have that flag that got called on that the Knutson return. Then you had that fumble recovery by the Boxers. You had the ball already now in the BR territory, so now things starting to maybe turn for the Brockton Boxers here in the first.
Yeah, they need to definitely take advantage here and keep that football and just drive down the field, hopefully into the end zone. But let's take some time off the clock, keep that dangerous Trojan team off the field, and see if they can get something going here.
The referee's taking out number 20, Colin Pauline. I think, yeah, they're spot on the elbow, so Pete Smith will take a look. So the Boxers will take over at the BR 49. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. Semedo going deep here on the first play, going to be incomplete. Intended receiver, Jared Mighty.
Yeah, I want to say Semedo had a little bit more time. He could have waited for the receiver to get down there. You can see he has a strong arm. And the receiver had the defensive backfield beat by a step at least, but the offense just couldn't take advantage.
Semedo against Albro, 11 for 24 passing, 148 yards and a touchdown. As I mentioned, Semedo surpassed the 1,000 passing yard mark, up to 1140 entering today. Has 7 touchdown passes as well for the Boxers this season. Looking to add on here on this drive as he was getting rushed, and Mighty holds on to that, and he'll get stopped initially by the forward progress. They're going to call him stopped at the 46 as a member of the coaching staff on the ceiling didn't agree with one of the calls.
Right, and you could just see the Bridgewater defense got a taste of Mighty there. He's tough to get down. I couldn't hear the whistle from up here, but obviously the whistle was blown down there, and you could say he was down right about there.
Bear hugged by Gabe Ocampo, number 3.
Trojan fans, big third down.
I think the defense let up once they heard the whistle.
Semedo on second down completes that one to Burke, who is going to pick up the speed a little bit, gets the first down around the 35, 36-yard line. So about a 9-yard gain for Burke and the Boxers, who will finally move the chains here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you'll see the play. Nice quick pass out there. And he was popped right about now out of bounds. He held onto the football. Good play by the Boxers.
This may very well be the final play of the first quarter, as Mighty will take it on the sweep and pick up a few yards right across the 35 to about the 34.
Tripped up by number 10, Nick Rotundo.
Nick Rotundo credited with the stop.
Yeah, nice run by Mighty there. Just a gutsy play out there with a bad left arm. You can see the brace on the arm. But he's a gamer. He came out here for his last football game of his high school career.
A gutsy performance thus far for Jared Mighty, but it's the BR Trojans in front 12-0 here on Thanksgiving morning. And when we talk about Thanksgiving morning, we obviously have Newbie Rateau in the traditional Thanksgiving hat. We have Al Lacerda on the wireless camera. And where Newbie goes, he always has a guest with him, and he has a very familiar face to members of the BR family. Newbie?
Very familiar face to the BR community. I mean, really a coaching legend here. Coach Dan Barron, just
happy Thanksgiving to you and all the viewers out there. It's a great day for football. Awesome.
2-0 BR has a
they're playing well. Playing tough, though, and offensively they just missed a few plays. It's a pretty good game. Brockton's got some size, but BR's converting, and BR's had a great year, and Brockton's turning around late, so this advantage of that penalty there and get the fumble. A great game. Brockton comes down to the wire every year. I'm just
question. Wings or legs?
Second down.
Hey, thanks, but I'll take any. If they put on me, I'm gonna look at me. I've never missed a meal, so I'll take anything I can get. I'm white meat over dark meat though, and I like a lot of gravy on it.
What's it? Is it the stuffing? What's this?
I love stuffing, cranberry sauce too. I mean, I like it all. Like I say, never missed a meal, so I never missed.
Medical line of scrimmage.
This is a bad holiday in my.
It'll be third down, 3rd and 10.
Thanksgiving. Thank you. All right, back to you guys.
3rd and 10 from the.
I'm just like Coach Bieron. I haven't missed many meals either, so. And I'm more of a stuffing guy, so I have more in common with the former athletic director and BR coach than I thought.
Yeah, good sense of humor by the coach.
That was Blues on the carry, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 inside of 11.5 to go here in the first half. The Boxers trying to make some late adjustments as Semedo has trips to his right. A low snap again. Semedo will get tripped up by number 20, Pauline. He's all healed up, ready to go, and gets credited with the stop. So about a 1-yard pickup for Semedo, but in that no man's land of 4th down.
Yeah. Again, good coverage by the Trojans there. And going back to the former coach of Bridgewater Rainham, when I saw him there, I said, yeah, he was definitely refereeing one of the big games down at Fenway Park last night. And he was happened to be in the camera view, and I said, hey, that's the old coach for Bridgewater Rainham, and now he referees.
Referees football? I know he referees basketball as well.
Yes, he does. Great referee when it comes to football and even basketball.
Very instrumental in organizing this Thanksgiving Day rivalry, along with, of course, the famous head coach of the Boxers, Peter Colombo. Semedo on 4th down, intending to get it to Burke, and that is going to be incomplete. So a turnover on downs for the Brockton Boxers.
Yeah, Burke tried to bring it in with one arm. It was a little bit high, and you'll see on the replay. Tried to bring it in, but there was too many bodies on him. You had 2 guys covering him, and he just couldn't bring it down.
So the Trojans offense will come out onto the field, led by their senior quarterback, Jack Lambert, along with the senior receiver, number 4, Dylan Reed, who committed to play up at St. Anselm next season. Here comes Braden Lewis for his first carry of the game, and he's going to make it count. Very close to that first down marker. Maybe spot him with about 8 or 9 on the carry.
Boy, that was a great play by the Trojans there. Right side of that offensive line, open it up, contain the left side of Brockton's defense, which enabled the running back to get some big yardage on the play.
So we'll get to our sideline in just a second here after this play, which is another handoff to Braden Lewis, who will force his way into Brockton territory, and we will send it back down to Newbie Rateau. Newbie has a couple guests and a couple trophies as well, it looks like.
I got some hardware over here. I tell you what, I mean, we have two great coaches here, 2 great programs, but you know, when you talk about the cheerleading program and all the great things you guys. First and foremost, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at runner-up trophies for the game day division and the co-ed division for the cheerleading Massachusetts State Tournament.
Now, it looks like, I mean, you guys have a fantastic program. I feel like every year you guys are competing in the tournament. Just talk about how the growth of the program and how big it's gotten.
Yeah, the program has definitely grown. We haven't always had 2 teams. Now we have 2 teams. They both compete for a state title, the game day team and the performance team. This year, performance team was co-ed, so that means they had a boy on the team, and both teams placed top 2.
All right, well, congratulations, guys, and you know, hopefully next year bigger and better things. But listen, you guys are making the town proud.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Newbie, and the pass goes to Reed into the red zone territory, tripped up and pulled down inside the 5.
Wow.
Dylan Reed making his first impact on this Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah, Jack Lambert, beautiful pass right down the middle. Couldn't ask for an easier throw right there. Zipped it right into his receiver. Nice catch by the Trojans receiver there to get big yardage.
A 42-yard pickup, 1st and goal from the 5. A handoff to Lewis, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. False start going on the Trojans, so this is a team that likes to play with pace here, but obviously when you play with pace, you run into situations like that.
Yeah, again, Jack Lambert just standing tall in the pocket and delivering a strike down the middle for, like you said, a 42-yard gain on the play. Again, nice job by the Trojans offensive line to protect him, to give him time to throw the dart in the middle.
Very rare to see Lambert get sacked at all this season. So now, with the ball moved back another 5 yards, we're going to go back another 5. So 2 straight false start penalties on the BR Trojans.
Yeah, I'm sure that coaches for the Trojans are pulling their hair out of their head. 2 in a row, as you said, John.
Well, it gives us a chance to talk about Jack Lambert here and his stats this season. How about this? 71% completion rate, 177 of 251 passing, 2,500 plus passing yards, and 28 passing touchdowns.
Wow.
As we mentioned, BR predominantly a running team, but passing the ball, including on this play for Tripp, who dives for 6.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful catch.
Logan Tripp, a 15-yard reception for the score.
And what I'm impressed with Lambert is, you mentioned 71% passing. And that's real good for a quarterback. Exceptional. And nice catch. Beautiful throw. There was nothing Brockton's defensive backs could do on that play.
So the BR Trojans going to go for 2 here. Jillian Allen has been 0 for 2 on PAT attempts. So Ian Bain electing to go for 2. It'll be Lambert and Lewis in the backfield. And Tripp along the far side. Trojans in front, 18-0, looking to add on here with a 2-point conversion. Handoff goes to Lewis, who takes it in for the score.
You know, John, what I noted, Bridgewater's Bridgewater Rainham receivers, they're all tall, so big targets for Lambert to throw at. You'll see here on the 2-point conversion, just gets over.
Well, you could see at the start of the replay, too, you had Dorica, who just towered over that player in the secondary for the Brockton Boxers, Casey Rhodes, who is a very talented player in the secondary, but still there is that height discrepancy you were talking about.
And you got to give the coaches for Bridgewater Rainham props. They figured it out after that first possession. They realized, look, we might as well throw the ball because these guys got some height on Brockton's defensive backs. They're a little short, but they're scrappy, but right now, Trojans is taking advantage of what Brockton has given them.
Jillian Allen with a low kick, and again, Burke has a hard time holding on to it. Slips at the 30-yard line. Obviously worth pointing out, it did rain a little bit last night, so I don't know if that affected the field conditions too much.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the third muffed kickoff or punt for Brockton in a row. So the Boxers are going to have to figure something out here. Try to put together a drive. Now they definitely need points on the board.
Brockton Boxers did have a 3-game winning streak earlier this season against Weymouth, New Bedford, and Durfee, winning those games by a combined score of 83-6. So this team can score. Obviously, they've had to go through adjustments with the Jared Mighty situation, but Mighty, if you're just joining us, has been playing today. In fact, he's the man in motion on first down. And he gets the carry on first down, going to get pulled down through the middle. So about a 3-yard gain for Mighty as that's Sylvia in on the stop.
Yep, you'll see it here. Mighty went into motion, then he was set behind the quarterback.
34-yard line.
I feel like with Jared Mighty, that's maybe the thing people don't really take into account. He's a great receiver. He does play great in the secondary on defense, but he's also a running back for the Boxers as well.
And a great running back, too. He can bust tackles. He's just one of them guys can break any play. If you put the ball in his hands, he can do his thing. He has to be a little careful today because of that left arm that's in a brace.
31 receptions for Mighty entering the game today, 418 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns for the senior wide receiver, running back, and cornerback. Semedo on second down completes the pass to Burke along the far hash marks. And that's going to be enough to move the chain, so about a 7-yard gain for Semedo and the Brockton Boxers.
Yep, good job by Semedo. You can see here in the replay, kind of looks around, then looks to his left and fires it to his running back.
41-yard line.
The third reception for Burke today, unofficially 16 receiving yards. Semedo 5 of 8 passing. On first down with 3 receivers to Semedo's right. He's had all the time in the world for some of these passes. He gets bumped from behind by Pauline at the 45-yard line, but give credit to the Boxers' offensive line. They haven't really allowed Semedo to get pressured at all.
Yeah, they've done a great job so far, giving him time to find receivers, but let's give Bridgewater Rainham's defensive backfield. They're just blanketing Brockton receivers, and Semedo just can't find anybody to throw to.
Get a timeout called by the Brockton Boxers, realizing a very important drive.
Folks, just a reminder during halftime, you might want to run over to the concession stands now.
Coming up at the half, we'll have the marching bands for both BR and Brockton take the field.
I think this is a good timeout by the Brockton coaches because they want to continue this drive, and they got to make sure if they don't get a first down, it should be at least 3 and 1, third down and 2, something short.
It is worth noting at this point, too, the Boxers will get the second half kickoff, too. So at the very least, you're trying to allow BR as little clock as possible to work with here, even though there is still 6:14 to go in the second quarter.
That's why this drive is very important for the Boxers. Keep that clock moving and keep driving down the field and keep that offense off the field for the Trojans.
The adjustments for Tyrese Jackson and Burke on 2nd and 4. Semedo with the keep. And Semedo will pick up the first down before being pushed out by Ocampo.
And
a late flag comes in.
Yeah, he was popped. He was already out of bounds. And overzealous hit by one of the Trojan players.
Personal foul call on the Trojans. That'll move the ball up 15
Yeah, it's a 15-yarder.
So already the 3rd penalty on the BR Trojans as we get a replay of Semedo picking up that first down.
Yeah, you'll see it here. He's clearly out of bounds.
Nice look on the opposing sideline there as Ocampo with that late hit.
Yeah, that was a great camera angle by the cameraman.
Now Lacerda on the far side for us today.
Brockton must keep this thing going.
Mighty lines up on the near side here for the new set of downs for the Boxers. And Semedo had a hard time navigating through and gets wrapped up and pulled down by Nick Rotondo.
And that play was designed for him to run quarterback option. Well, excuse me, quarterback draw. He just went straight ahead with it. But Trojans defense was right there. They clogged up all the holes, John.
Semedo bounced into his own running back as well, which made Rotondo's life a little easier. As you take a look at the coaching staff for the Brockton Boxers, looking to help their team get the 4th win on the season and have a happy Thanksgiving, but right now face a 2nd and 9 inside of 5.5 to go. Again, another low snap. Semedo gets pressured for the first time today.
Yeah, he did a nice job getting rid of that ball because they were on him just as he got the snap.
Cody Baker charging through the line and almost getting his first sack of the day.
Yeah, look, he was right. Cody went right through there.
3rd and 9 from the 32.
This Bridgewater Rainham defense is looking awfully hungry to get to the quarterback.
Nick Rotondo has had a field day on defense over the past few games.
Fans, let's hear it.
He also has a pick 6 to his season as well. But right now, the defense trying to stop the Boxers from gaining any more yardage here. A 3rd and 9. Mighty on the near side. And Mighty looking to get the reception here and out of bounds.
Well, that was a great catch. He just didn't have enough real estate over there to keep his feet in.
Forced out by Lucas Oliver.
Boxers will have 4th down, 4th and 9 from the 32.
As Oliver made sure not to have any extra contact on that sideline.
Yeah, he did a nice job not to commit pass interference.
But again, Brockton in real no man's land here, so they really have no choice but to go for it on 4th down.
4th down.
4th and 9 from the 32-yard line. Boxers looking to get their first score of the day. Cowbells are clanging here at the regional, getting behind their BR Trojans. Semedo's short drop back was getting rushed, and that's incomplete. How about the pressure by Isaiah Baptiste?
Yeah, Baptiste fired on him. Big hit there just as he released it. You'll see it right here on the replay. Maybe he caught him just before he released it. Because it looked like there was a man open over there. He just couldn't fully finish the pass.
Trayvon McNeil was expecting the ball, but by the time he turned around, the ball was already over his head. So Lambert and the Trojans looking to add on to what's already a 3-score lead. And gets things started with a handoff to Peebles through the middle for about a 2-yard pickup.
23, Peebles. Peebles is good for 2.
This Bridgewater team, they're a big team from the linemen to the receivers to the quarterback.
Stop by number 41.
Just good-sized football team.
Unofficially 9 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown for Peebles. Lambert after a short drop back looking for Reed downfield, and that's going to go to nobody. Again, Rhodes going stride for stride with Reed, but that pass just too long as a flag came in after. As it looks like Lambert was coming up after. So personal foul going on the Boxers.
Must have been on the when they hit the quarterback. Let's see right here.
Moving that ball up quite a bit.
Couldn't really see on that angle, but I'm sure it was one of those frustration type of personal fouls.
I will say, I haven't seen every Boxer snap this season, but the stats I've seen, this is a team that's had issues with penalties, averaging about 5, 6, or 7 a game for about 70 yards.
You're exactly right, John. It's hampered them all year. Penalties.
Players look to the sideline and Ian Bain for the late snap adjustments, and they go with Peebles here on first down, and he'll go absolutely nowhere thanks to big number 79, Kashadis Pedway.
Pedway, you said it right, John. Big number 79 right there on the replay. Just bear hugged him. Took him down with ease.
For the struggles Brockton has had as far as passing or running, when it comes to the offensive and defensive lines, Brockton has always been great. On second down, here's Peebles this time going to the near side, and he'll pick up a few, getting across the 45. Pulled down by number 10, Xavier Cologne.
Boy, he did a nice job breaking a tackle there. I thought they were going to get him at about the line of scrimmage, but he was able to wiggle his way out of there, right there.
It'll be 3rd and 4.
And Casey Rhodes is slow to get up. He's on the turf right now.
And they really can't afford to have him out of the defensive lineup.
Looked like he came down awkwardly as Peebles was trying to sprint ahead for the extra couple yards. As we see a member of the coaching staff come out for the Boxers. And Pete Smith checking in on Rhodes as well. And we've said Rhodes' name at length today.
Yes.
Doing a great job keeping up with Dylan Reed on a few snaps.
Exactly. Coach Silver's out there, along with the medical staff.
You think about the players that are playing here, they obviously have family members that are probably watching this live stream as well. And this has been a Boxers team that's had their fair share of injuries. We talked about the Jared Mighty injury at length. Fortunately for him on that day, his mother was there for the senior day activities, so he at least had family there with him. As fortunately, Rhodes able to walk off the field mostly under his own power.
Yep, very slowly, taking his time.
3rd down, 3rd and 4.
So I wonder now with Rhodes out, just from a gameplay standpoint, do you go right to the passing game?
I was thinking the same thing, John. Do you go right at the new guy coming in for Rhodes?
So it looks like number 8, Robert Moyse, will be taking the place of Rhodes. At least for this play, as Jared Mighty in the secondary as well. Dorica on the far side, Tripp and Reed on the near side here for a 3rd and 4. Lambert completes that to Kelly to pick up the first down across the 35, wrapped up and taken down at the 32-yard line. So a 13-yard pickup, Lambert to Kelly.
Yeah, you'll see it on replay. Kelly looked like he was wide open. And he was. These receivers you just can't leave open. They're just too big of a target.
As you mentioned, the height discrepancy as well. Going with the ground game this time. Peebles gets a nice block into red zone territory. Adrian Peebles across the 15 to the 13-yard line. A 19-yard gain this time.
Yeah, nice play-action play right there.
Trojans picking up the tempo.
First and 10 from the 13.
Get a stoppage here. Timeout taken by the Boxers with 1:55 to go.
Yeah, good timeout by the Boxers right there. Get reorganized and concentrate on trying to stop this offense from scoring again. You know, it's interesting. Early in the game, Brockton was doing a good job on the pass coverage, covering his receivers. But I think what Bridgewater did was then they really started running that football, mixing it up, and that just kind of opened it up. Opened the floodgates for those fine receivers for the Trojans.
Mentioned a little bit earlier that Jack Lambert does have a tendency to have 8 or 9 straight pass completions. So far, unofficially, I have down for 7 straight pass completions, including that 13-yard pickup to Finn Kelly. It almost feels like this is potentially a back-breaking scenario here for the Boxers defense, as if you give up a touchdown and go down potentially 26 or 27-0 going into the half, then, you know, where do you go just from a coaching standpoint?
Exactly. What do you say to your team when you go into halftime? You just try your best to motivate them. Like, look, we still got another half to go. Let's just get out there and do the best you can. Avoid any mistakes and penalties.
Coach Silva hoping to avoid to have that type of conversation with his team at halftime. Right now, a 1st and 10 from the 13. Trip on the near sideline. Lambert looking for the end zone, or excuse me, just shy of the end zone. And that is complete to Tripp at the 1.
You just couldn't put that pass any better in there to the receiver, because he was blanketed, as you'll see on the replay. Lambert just steps back, throws it right there, and number 2 was right on him for the Boxers. Still caught it. It was a great pass.
And Peebles looking for his 2nd score of the day, and he will get it.
That was just great effort by Peebles.
Adrian Peebles, a 2-yard run, his 2nd tally of the day for the BR Trojans.
Yeah, he did not give up on that. You'll see it here on the replay. Just powers his way, just stopped right there, but he just kept moving his legs into the end zone for the score.
Peebles with 4 touchdown runs in the MIAA playoffs. 2 against Woburn, 2 against Bill Ricca. As the Trojans again going to go for 2. They got their last 2-point conversion. Jillian Allen came out, went 0 for 2 on PAT attempts. Peebles gets the carry, and he is going to be stuffed just shy of the goal line. Once again, there is Petway on the stop.
Yeah, nice job by Brockton's defensive line there, as they held up strong. Right there, number 17 head on with him, and then come to finish it up is big number 79. Petaway, as you said.
So the 2-point conversion no good, but I'm sure Ian Bain will certainly take the 26-0 advantage with 96 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, the Boxers will get the ball to open up the second half, but right now they only have 1 timeout to play with, and this has always been a roller coaster for the Boxers here today. A couple of kickoffs botched around by Burke, as that gets by him again. Burke across the 20 and the 25, trying to make a couple of cuts, tripped up and finally knocked down at the 33-yard line with 1:27 to go for the Boxers.
Nice job by the kickoff return man, but if you notice, Bridgewater, when they punt or kick, they keep the ball away from Mighty. Even though he's injured, they still don't want to get the ball and punt the ball or kick the ball into his hands, because he's a game breaker.
Certainly a deterrent for Ian Bain. But we have seen Jared Mighty out there for most of this game on both sides of the ball. Semedo has all the time in the world, and that's going to be dropped by Burke.
Pass incomplete. Second down.
As it feels like at this point for the Trojans defense, they don't mind Semedo just surveying the field or playing underneath. They don't want those big plays.
Right. You can see the runs out of the pocket there. If he could have just lobbed it right over to number 12, I think he would have had, number 12 could have caught it there, Moreno. But easier said than done when you're under pressure.
Semedo incomplete on 4 of his last 5 attempts.
That's just credit to the defense. They've really been putting pressure on him.
Saw a couple times players like Cody Baker break through and almost get a sack. But Semedo has stayed on his feet for this game so far in the quarterback position. A second down. Semedo rushed, and Semedo finally taken down. John Alves along with Baker with the pressure.
Yeah, the pocket just collapsed on him. There was nothing he could do. He's looking for a receiver downfield. And before you know it, you've got 3 or 4 Trojans
Timeout Trojans.
swallowing him up.
A timeout taken by the BR Trojans. Nick Rotondo came up favoring his left arm a little bit.
And with a minute and 12 left, Bridgewater with the timeout, they want to get the offense back on the field.
And we've seen today that Ian Bain's offense doesn't exactly need a lot of clock to play with here.
That's a good point, John. They don't need a lot of time on the clock to score.
Once again, these two teams playing in the 16th edition of this Thanksgiving rivalry. They had a playoff matchup mixed in there as well that the Boxers won here at the regional.
That was an exciting game back then.
Came down to a last-minute screen pass that got taken for, I think it was like 50 or 60 yards. As you heard in the open, these two teams very familiar with success. If you go back to the late 90s, early 2000s, obviously Armin Colombo, we heard from Dan Biron earlier. Two teams that are very familiar with success, but right now these two teams trying to add on to whatever legacy they can for their respective teams. A minute and 12 remaining here in the first half. Burke, the motion man. Semedo getting rushed by both sides, completes that one to Mighty. Jared Mighty across the 45, ripped up and pulled out by Ocampo at the 46. A 3rd and 16, a 19-yard pickup, and the Boxers move the chains.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Mighty. You'll see it right here. Semedo, give him credit. He put it right where he had to, and Mighty went across for the first down.
And he got thrown out of bounds, so the clock obviously stops at a minute 4. From the BR 47, Mighty on the near sideline. Semedo completes that one across the middle to Burke, so that'll stop the clock to move the chains at the 40-yard line. A 13-yard gain.
2 good offensive plays in a row for the Boxers.
That only took off about 4 seconds on the clock, but it is winding down now. So far, about 20 extra seconds taken off here, waiting for the snap as Semedo finally gets it, gets rushed. Rotondo giving chase, and Semedo has to throw that away. Incomplete, but he was getting pressured by Rotondo on the blind side.
Yeah, big time pressure from this defense.
Second down, 2nd and 10.
See it right here. Nobody really open, and did the smart thing, threw it out of bounds.
At the very least, the clock stops at 38 seconds, gives the Boxers a chance to kind of recalibrate for a minute. As again, they will get the ball to open up the second half, so if you can score here somehow, potentially score at the start of the second half, we got a ball game on our hands. 4 receiver set, Blues in the backfield as Semedo plays out of the gun. Short drop back, and that is complete to Mighty. Cuts the corner back around to the 30. He'll get stopped shy of the 25 by Knutson, as the clock will stop for a second to move the chains and then tick down.
Yeah, nice route by Mighty. Turns around and is delivered to him.
4 receptions, 41 yards unofficially for Jared Mighty in his first game back for the Brockton Boxers. And a timeout taken by the Brockton Boxers. That'll be their last one unofficially. Scoreboard still has them for 3, but I think our graphics more accurate there.
Yeah, good timeout with only 17 seconds left. Boxers are going to have to try to get into the end zone on 2 plays. Both plays, I mean, if they can get it to a receiver in the end zone. But it's going to be tough to, with no timeouts left, to get it, or do they? Nope, no timeouts left. They're going to have to put it in the end zone or close to the end zone where the receiver can run it in for a touchdown.
So on this drive, Smedo does have a 13-yard pass, a 19-yard pass, and a 15-yard pass. When I think it was the 19-yard pass, that only took off about 4 seconds on the clock. So if you can get the pass completed into the middle of the field, let's say inside the 10, you're probably killing off about 10 seconds, snap the ball. You have a really good shot at the end zone, potentially.
Yeah.
You heard former BR head coach Dan Biron say that these games always seem to come down to that last possession or that last play in the final couple minutes. "17 seconds remaining here in the first half." Jared Mighty, who's had a couple of nice receptions on this drive, lined up on the near side for the Boxers. Semedo has the time, looking for Mighty. That is complete, and he gets wrapped up and pulled out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Pulled out by Lucas Oliver. Maybe very close to that first down sticks, but at the very least stops the clock at 12 seconds.
Yeah, nice job by Mighty to catch it and then have sense to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
We do have a flag on the field.
Looks like it's going to be on the Boxers. Tough break there.
Holding on with the Boxers, that will bring the ball back. We'll start that down again.
That's a 10-yard penalty.
So it looks like the Boxers very good with getting the ball to Mighty on the near sideline. So maybe expect them to try a 10-yard short pass like that?
Yeah. It's going to have to be something quick.
May have been on Jaden Sierra, I believe, if I read that number right. Boxers looking to score here before the halftime break. McNeil in motion. Smedo gets a nice clean snap. That is complete to Burke, but Burke stayed in bounds.
Yeah, he should have run right out of bounds.
And that is how this first half will end. Mental miscue, apparently, by Kavion Burke, but the BR Trojans coming out in force here, a 26-0 lead. As we await Newbie Rateau trying to get Ian Bain. And Ian Bain has a headset on, so I don't know if Newbie's going to give chase. The man in the turkey hat really giving chase, so we are going to toss it down to Newbie Rateau when he is good and ready as he gets set to talk with BR head coach Ian Bain.
All right, guys, how we doing here? Coach, 26-0, you guys have dominated the first half. Your thoughts?
Did a lot of things well. We got to keep great effort on defense. I think our pass rush a little bit. We had a couple coverage. Offensively, we just got to be. We had to punt early.
How do you keep them motivated for the second half, being up by this long?
We got to finish. We got to done a good year, and that's great. I'm happy for us. But 26-0, 0. Job's not done. Game's not over. We got to finish this game, finish our season.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Newbie. You heard Coach Bain say it. The job's not done. They have to finish. I go back to that semifinal matchup in the D2 playoffs against Bishop Fee, and BR was up 27-14 with 8:49 left to go in the third quarter. BR lost that game. They gave up 17 straight points. So obviously, perhaps mental lapses in that game, but that's something that I think Ian Bain's going to focus on with his team in that locker room.
Yeah, I tell you, Coach Baines, a lot of energy there. That's the first time I've seen him up close, and the way he talks, he's a hyped up man. He can get his team hyped up, which he has in this first half. Bridgewater Rainham basically dominating on defense. Offense, they're just clicking wonderfully. I'm really impressed with Jack Lambert and his passing to his big receivers out there, and they just played a complete game in that first half.
We'll talk a little bit about the belief that this team and their players have in their head coach, Ian Bain, and his second season coming up in the second half. But you see the cheerleaders making their way off the field as we get set for our Battle of the Bands on this Thanksgiving morning. The BR Marching Band and, of course, the world-famous Brockton Marching Band getting set to take the field. We will step aside and have second half action in just a little bit. But in the meantime, enjoy the halftime show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome onto the field, the Bridgewater Rainham Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, while we prepare for the field to be prepared, pull out your raffle tickets. Get ready for our raffle ticket drawing. The number is
6350338.
Folks, if you have raffle ticket number 6350338, your prize is awaiting up here in the press box. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bridgewater Ranger Marching Band.
Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the second half of Thanksgiving Day football.
We are back here at the regional. The BR Trojans in front of the Brockton Boxers, 26-0. John Luck and Big Game Miles Jackson here, representing BTV and BCA respectively. Miles, the first half of the BR Trojans, where it felt like offensively nothing went wrong.
No, it didn't. Brockton held its own basically early on, but then Bridgewater figured it out and exploited Brockton's defensive backfield. The offensive line of Bridgewater Rainhams was just awesome, giving Jack Lambert plenty of time to pick out his targets, and his receivers responded by catching just about everything that was thrown at them.
Adrian Peebles, a couple of touchdown runs on his day, one from 9 yards out, the second one from 2 yards out. Jack Lambert, a couple of touchdown passes as well, one to Finn Kelly from 7 yards out, and another one to Logan Tripp, getting in on the Jack Lambert passing party here on this Thanksgiving morning. Getting set to transition into Thanksgiving afternoon. We're glad that you can join us on the live streams for BCA and BTV, and great to have all of our crew here with us as well. We'll get to them a little bit later on by name as we thank them for their work on this holiday morning. We talked about it in the past. I think our families enjoy it because we're out of the house and it's like a little less of a headache.
Yeah, I tell you, this camera crew did a great job giving us some shots that we could look at on replay, and just doing a great job out here on this beautiful afternoon, Thanksgiving afternoon.
We also have Newbie Rateau on the sidelines as well. I think we'll get to him in just a little bit, as we heard him talk to Ian Bain at the end of the first half. Jillian Allen to kick it away, and it goes into the hands of Kavion Burke, who had some difficulties catching a couple of the kicks early on, but he'll get out to the 40-yard line.
A little bit past the 40-yard line. Pressured out of bounds by number 11, Isaiah Baptiste.
Pushed out by Isaiah Baptiste, and we'll go down to the aforementioned Mr. Rateau. Newbie.
So, guys, I was talking to Coach Silva before he came out for the second half. He wasn't happy. He said, "Listen, we got to execute. We got to play better. It comes down to that. You know, it's you got to want it. You know." And he said, "You got to want it. You got to execute. Let's see what happens here in the second half." So, was not a happy camper, but he said it's just a matter of wanting it and being able to execute. So, let's see. Only time will tell.
More importantly, I wonder, was he a fan of the Thanksgiving hat?
No, he wasn't really in the mood to talk turkey with the score, so I said, I'm going to avoid that question. So timing's everything, guys. Timing's everything.
Nicely done. That's why you're the best, as Burke will take it across midfield. Thank you so much, Newbie, for that update. 12-yard gain. Semedo to Burke that time.
Yeah, nice play there. Well executed, as Newbie said. The coach wants better execution in this second half.
5 receptions, 44 yards for Kavion Burke. And moving the chains now, so Brockton having a nice drive here into BR territory. Mighty on the sweep, and he gets tripped up by number 9, Drew Sylvia.
Yeah, in order for that play to work, the offensive line has got to hold. You just can't let these big defensive linemen come through. Like right here, big number 9, is it? Yes. Excellent play. He slid right in there and made the tackle behind the line.
That linebacker combo of Drew Sylvia and Nick Rotondo, very impressive this season for the BR Trojans. We've seen Rotondo with a couple pressures today, chasing Semedo out of the pocket.
And I see Drew Sylvia is only a junior. Drew Silva.
Again, another big name for the BR Trojans next year to look forward to. As we talked a little earlier, a lot of these players for the BR Trojans that stick out in the headlines going to be graduating later on this year. Semedo rushed, as that's going to be incomplete. Pressured by number 15, Caden Barnard. And Semedo a little slow to get up, favoring that right arm.
Yeah. Just serious pressure coming from that defensive line and linebacker crew.
We've already seen a rough landing earlier in the game for Casey Rhodes, as it looks like he May have hurt his shoulder a little bit. Obviously, this is the first drive of the second half, so we don't know his status as far as whether he'll come out for the second half on defense. But right now, Brockton looking to put that question off a little longer, facing a 3rd and 17. Mighty matched up on the near side with Oliver, as he has been all game long. McNeil on the far side. As Boxers face a 3rd and long, Semedo getting pressured, and Semedo gets taken down. Cody Baker, really impressive today. Charging through and taking down Semedo, leading that charge.
Yeah, you can see here on the replay, this defense is just relentless. They're like sharks that smell blood in the water early on in this second half. Taking no prisoners.
4th and 19.
So Semedo loses 5. Obviously, the Boxers will be forced to punt. Daniel De Silva has that one nearly blocked. A booming kick as Knutson will call for the fair catch at his own 21-yard line. As we see Jack Lambert and the BR Trojans come back out.
Yeah, you're right, John. That was a beautiful punt. The punt returner had nothing he could do but just take a fair catch.
Lambert in the first half, 10 of 13 passing for 150 yards. A couple touchdowns as well. Lambert approaching that 2,800-yard passing mark for the season. Peebles in the backfield and gets the carry on first down, and he has nowhere to go as Petway will lead the charge to bring up 2nd and about 10.
From the 26.
I think the game plan for the Trojans in the second half is try to run a lot of this time off. And there will be throws because they got a Class A receiving corps and a quarterback out back there that can throw the ball.
Mentioned earlier, Dylan Reed, number 4, he'll be going up to play at St. A's in the fall next year. As Lambert floats one up looking for a trip, and that's going to be incomplete as he had McNeil on his shoulder.
Yeah, nice job by McNeil.
3rd down.
Again, a little undersized, John, right there. You can see Bridgewater's receivers got a little height advantage on Brockton's defensive backfield.
That'll snap a stretch of 8 straight completions for the senior quarterback, who faces a 3rd and a long 8 here on their first offensive drive of the second half. Lambert has the time, completes that one to Derica, bobbled around momentarily as McNeil came in, but that will be enough to move the chains. About a 10-yard gain. Lambert to Derica.
Yeah, Derica, great concentration. You'll see here on the replay, he fires it right in there to him. Kind of bobbles it, but he brought it back in, held on to it. Nice catch.
3 receptions, 34 yards for Derica. Early on, Lambert had a hard time completing passes to number 5. Has no problem completing the pass there, this time to number 4 into Brockton territory to the 49-yard line. Dylan Reed with his 2nd catch of the day.
Excuse me, John, that was a beautiful play action there. Froze the defense just enough for him to fire it in there right to his receiver, number 4.
Trojans starting to move with a little bit of momentum here and a little bit of pace. Trip on the far side. It'll be Peebles, though, who will get wrapped up and pulled down by number 41, Maybine.
Yeah, nice job by Maybine. He met him right there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a down. Excuse me, loss of a yard.
Peebles has done a great job stepping into that lead running back role over the past few games, stepping in for Braden Lewis, who we saw for a short time today. For a long time, Peebles actually played both sides with the ball, as Lambert, showing off a little bit of the wheels, will get back that last yardage. So About a 3-yard gain for a quarterback who typically doesn't show off the wheels too much.
Yeah, that was a great play by the quarterback, Lambert. You'll see here the pocket collapsed quickly, but he stepped up and ran ahead to get a few yards on the play. Nice job, nice instincts by Jack Lambert.
Trojans looking to improve and earn their 8th win of 2025. Clouds going in and out. Lambert completes that to Kelly at the 45 with the forward progress before he's pulled down by number 17, Wilmore Peralin.
45-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 6. Defensive play by number 17, Peralin.
Much like the Boxers for most of that first half, Trojans really in no man's land here on 4th down from the Brockton 45. As a flag comes out.
And the referee's explaining to Lambert he did something, or the running back did something that caused the flag on the play.
I think you're right in saying the running back, because when the referee charged through the Brockton defensive line, it looked like he was looking right at Adrian Peebles, so makes the coaching situation a little easier now. Finn Kelly coming out for the punt. But a good chance here. You can get a good kick, maybe pin Brockton inside their own 15, 10-yard line.
Mighty's the only one back there.
Wind is blowing at Kelly's back, and another false start. So that's 4 false start penalties on the BR Trojans today. And oddly enough, that's the 2nd time we've had back-to-back false starts.
Yeah, that is odd. Because in that first half, there was back-to-back illegal motion penalties.
In a goal-to-go situation, too. Well, the Trojans get the snap off this time. A botched snap, so Kelly has to do something with it. Finn Kelly looking to make the best of a situation here. Tiptoeing the sideline. He's going to be very close to the 1st down marker.
Wow.
Looking at the top official, that's a lot closer, I think, and that is a 1st down.
Wow. Hey, when things are going good, things are going good.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. A botched punt that ends up being a 15, 16-yard return.
For a 1st down. The sun is shining down on Bridgewater Rainham today.
So the Trojans now with apparently a new lease on football life here as Braden Lewis lowers the boom, getting across the 35-yard line. He's
run by number 1.
Done that a few times as we go back and look at the Finn Kelly making something out of nothing.
Nice job. Nice decision to go ahead and just run it. And tiptoes on that sideline. Nice camera work right there. You could see he was in. Kept his balance.
Again, got Al Lacerda on the sideline, getting the nice angles as Reed gets the pitch, trying to cut the corner, but he's going to be pulled down by the Boxers' number 3, Nathan Jean-Philippe. So about a 1-yard gain, if anything.
We'll see the replay here. That was a face mask, and it wasn't called because I saw his head kind of turn around, and the running back's looking for a call, but no call.
Again, Lambert with a QB keep going to the sideline. A little bit of shoulder work there on McNeil.
Boy, Lambert's not scared. He didn't just run out of bounds. He lowered the shoulder a little bit, took on the defensive player. You'll see it here on the replay. He's a big, strong kid. Boom. Wow.
Defense by number 2, Drummond McNeil.
Lambert, nothing to lose here in his last high school game. So Lambert with a new set of downs, looking downfield for DeRica, intercepted by the Boxers, brought back by Robert Moyes.
Intercepted by number 8, Robert Moyes.
That's a great interception. Kept his eyes on the ball. Step right in front of the receiver.
Brockton Boxers will take over.
Here on the replay.
1st and 10 from the 20.
Right there, nice job by the safety.
As McNeil took Dorica out of the play, Moyes had a nice clean shot at that interception.
Well, something for the Boxers to cheer about. They stopped this Trojan offense from going down and scoring.
Felt like a Trojans offensive drive that was just playing with fire the entire time. The Finn Kelly botched snap that ended up being the first down. Then you had the third down that was converted by Jack Lambert.
Right.
And the shoulder block on McNeil. But it is Semedo bringing his Boxers back out. Burke and Mighty on the near side for the first play of this drive. Getting rushed, completes that one to Burke as Semedo got hit after the throw. That'll be enough to move the chains up to the 36.
Nice job of Semedo in the pocket with pressure. Lets it go quickly. Nice job.
The third reception for Kavian Burke above 10 yards.
Pass incomplete to number 6, Mighty. Second down, 2nd and 10.
So incomplete there brings up a second down.
Ooh, you don't see that too often, Mighty dropping the ball like that.
If you're just joining us and don't really know as far as what we're talking about, when we talk about Jared Mighty, he got taken out of Marciano Stadium in an ambulance thanks to an elbow injury, and we didn't think he'd be here, much less playing in the game the entire time.
Exactly.
Jared Mighty, much like a number of these players playing in their final high school football game.
And he wasn't about to miss this game.
Boxers looking for their 4th win on the season. Semedo will complete that one, and it'll be shy of the first down marker, completed to number 9, Malik Dorville.
That was a beautiful slant route. You'll see it right here. And that's what Semedo's got to do. He's got to do them quick passes, move down the field methodically, and because he really doesn't have a lot of time when he's in the pocket, because you got a growling defensive line there just itching to get to the quarterback.
A 3rd and about 2 with about 3.5 remaining here in the third quarter. A quick moving third quarter between BR and Brockton. Semedo has the time to look downfield, but he's going to take this one himself across midfield and just into BR territory up to the 48-yard line.
And a first down. That's what you want to keep this offense on the field.
From the 47-yard line of the Trojans.
Make plays. And possibly they can get in the end zone.
We'll go inside of about 3 minutes here after this play. Again, the Boxers have had a very difficult time getting a lot of positive momentum here in this game. Semedo will drop back and has that one go off the hands of Tyrese Jackson.
Ooh, that was almost disastrous.
Second down, 2nd and 10.
As the Trojan there, the linebacker, whoever that was, just missed from
Drew Sylvia.
Yeah, Drew Sylvia. And he's been a factor in this football game.
Give credit where it's due. This offensive line has allowed Semedo more than enough time to make stuff happen. It just comes down to completing those passes in stride.
And like you said, execution.
On 2nd down, again, Mighty on the near side. Looks like that was a borderline false start, but nonetheless, the snap does get off. Pauline with the stop. I think everybody thought that was a false start.
Maybe I kind of froze a little bit. Yeah.
Pauline. 3rd down, 3rd and 11 from the 49.
There was a lot of confusion up there on the front line on both sides.
That was completed to Montero.
Bridgewater Rainham Trojans defense, 3rd down, 3rd and 11.
May have been the center.
Down.
That was just a very like helter-skelter type of play there.
Yes, definitely.
But right now at this moment, Boxers are facing a 3rd and 11, and a flag comes out right away.
A little bit of yellow on the field.
There was a penalty on Bridgewater, but I'm not sure what the penalty call was.
Flag was on the Bridgewater.
So unsportsmanlike, and our director Mike Moriello pointing out that it could be on Drew Sylvia. So while we sort that out, we'll take a look at that last play. That what we thought was a false start. The center apparently was the only one that knew when to snap the ball.
Yeah. And Bridgewater Rainham, their line reacted to the snap of the ball. Looks like a lot of the Brockton offensive line wasn't ready.
This feels like one of those games where just everything is going to happen that we haven't seen before. So some way, somehow, the Boxers are getting the ball down the field now up to the BR 34-yard line. Smedo gets flushed out. We'll complete that one to Montero, and he'll go out of bounds. With number 22, Lucas Oliver leading the charge along with Ocampo.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Smedo. He saw the back coming out of the backfield and really no one else to go to, and he smartly passed it to him. Get about 6-7 yards on the carry, on the pass play.
Inside the final 80 seconds here of what's been a dominating effort by the BR Trojans, but the Boxers looking to get a score on the board before the end of the 3rd quarter here. And Smedo, that was over the fingertips of Burke, and Mighty was the intended target, but Mighty, I think, landed on that elbow hard.
Yeah.
3rd down, 3rd and 3 from the 27.
Oh, yeah. Also had Ocampo falling on him.
Good defensive play, very close. Almost a pass interference, but he got in there just at the nick of time when that ball got there. He was right there. And Mighty's going to come out.
I mean, give number 6 all the credit in the world.
Yes.
We talked about it before. If that was us, we would not think twice about going out on the football field. But his love of the team, his love of the game, and I remember WBZ did a story on him last season, and his coaches, the athletic director, were just praising him and the impact he's had, not just on the field, but off the field as well.
Yes, he's definitely a leader on the field as well as off the field for these younger players.
So Doraville comes in. Derek Exelis getting his first action of the day on the near side. Quick handoff and nowhere to go for Montero, taken down by Christian Creed.
Yeah, you can see on the replay, these Trojans are just beasts. They're on the line and just wearing out the Boxers' offensive line slowly but surely, and there was just no chance for him to do anything with the ball.
So should have time for one more snap here before the end of the 3rd quarter.
Folks, let's hear it. 4th down, Trojans.
A 4th and 8 upcoming for Coach Silva and this Brockton Boxers team. A tight formation for Smedo. Again with a low snap. And Smedo gets chased out of the pocket, and he'll dive for the 1st down, and he will get it.
Wow.
Marcio Smedo a nice capper to the third quarter.
Yeah, again, like you said, low snap, a lot of pressure. And Semedo runs for his life and dives for that first down marker. Great play by Semedo.
So BR will take a 26-0 lead into the fourth quarter. In this joint presentation between BCA and BTV, you've heard enough of ourselves. John Luck along with Miles Jackson. Want to take a second to thank the rest of our crew here from BTV and BCA. Got Curtis Reese, Michelle Hepshe from the BCA side. We obviously have Newbie Rateau as well on the BTV side. We have Al Lacerda, Tim Costa, Mike Moriello in the truck directing for us. And while we do enjoy the Thanksgiving with our crew, plus Zach Sylvia as well. I forgot Zach, our replay guy who I've been in the booth with this entire season. So my apologies to Zach for stepping in on the replay side. We do want to send out a quick message to a member of the crew not here today. Want to let them know that they are being thought of by the crew here and the community as well.
Fourth quarter Thanksgiving football.
As we get set for our new production truck. Can't wait to have them help us out in loading the new production unit in 2026.
And I'd like to give a shout out to my broadcasting team, Leo and Orlando, that are out there most likely watching this game. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Miles doesn't forget his broadcast team. Apparently I do, so. I'll probably hear about that in about 12 minutes or so.
I'll give him praise for the whole team. This BTV
and BCA. Collaborative effort started back in 2010. We enjoy bringing this joint presentation to you each and every year.
Yes, sir.
And it's a volunteer effort as well. As the Boxers hoping to make this a scoring drive. Semedo right through the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. And again, who was that intended pass for? The player who just landed on his elbow that took him out for a couple games.
Yeah. He came out for a couple plays, and he's back in there. And like you said, it's just his motivation, his leadership right here on another low snap. That time, the offensive line gave him some time to pick out his receiver. Just couldn't get it on target. I think if Semedo got a little bit closer to Mighty's hands, he could have caught that because he had a step on the defensive back.
A number of the snaps today for Semedo have either been low or off center.
Yes.
And recently, that's been the reason he's been rushed out of the pocket by Sylvia and Rotondo and Baker as well. Semedo trying to step in, and he'll complete that one to Burke. As Burke will get close to the first down marker with the forward progress. I think he has the extra yard.
Nice job by Semedo to find him at the last second, because I thought he was going to get sacked. Right here, you can see the pressure, but he just dumps it out there to his receiver, number 15. Burke. Burke's been busy this game too.
His 7th reception of the game. Last game against Abro had 6 receptions for 48 yards. 69 yards receiving unofficially here today.
Yeah, he's been busy.
As the Boxers about as deep into BR territory as we've seen here today. Torville on the near side, and Semedo directs traffic. Burke motions around to the near side here on first down. Semedo gets flushed out on the far side, going along the sideline, and he'll get pushed out by Knutson. About a yard or two shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, he did a nice job when he got flushed out of the pocket. You'll see on the replay here. One thing he does just to freeze that defense for a second, he just fakes the little throw, gives them a few more yards to gain. I tell you, one of the NFL legends of football who used to do that all the time was Roger Staubach for the Dallas Cowboys. He was one of the first big scramblers back then in the 70s.
Now we see players do that all over the place, be it college, NFL.
Yes.
It's almost a rite of passage.
Yeah, they call him Roger the Dodger. star back for the Dallas Cowboys with their defense, the Doomsday defense.
So we've had the Doomsday defense, the Steel Curtain, the no-name defense with the Dolphins. A 2nd and 3, Semedo trying to zigzag his way in. He'll be stopped short at the 2, but nonetheless a new set of downs. 1st and goal upcoming.
That was a great thing about the old school football days. You had great names for defenses back then. This time, this day and age, you don't hear those great names.
I think the last good one was maybe the Legion of Boom, the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes, indeed, the Legion of Boom.
Of course, my fantasy football team defense has been my biggest issue all year, but still looking forward, going to the playoffs. Boxer's going to pack it in here. A 1st and goal from the 2. Semedo trying to force his way in. It's going to be very close.
Touchdown.
And he is.
Finally. Took a few seconds for the referee as he ran in to make sure that he was over the goal line.
Marcio Semedo's 13th carry of the game is the one that gets the Boxers on the board. A 2-yard rush.
He went to the right side of that line, and they gave him enough pushback for him to jump into the, run into the end zone. And Brockton sideline, the band has something to cheer, and cheerleaders have a reason to cheer on this Thanksgiving Day.
A 26-6 lead for the BR Trojans, but right now it's the Boxers who appear to be going for 2. Which would make it obviously 26-8, still a 2-score game. Ontario in the backfield, joining his quarterback, Semedo. Mighty the motion man gets it on the sweep and the pitch, and Jared Mighty will be stopped by Ocampo and the rest of the Trojans defense.
That was a tall order for the Boxers to score that 2 points because they've been so great on defense. There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Bridgewater because they might have said something to Mighty, which caused the flag to come up.
Spot on.
So what was the call, John? Did you see the call?
So looks like it was on 20, the referee said, as we look back at the 2-point try for Mighty.
And I think it was after the play and the whistle, and they brought Mighty down. One of the Bridgewater Rainham players said something because the ref was right there and he heard it.
So looks like it's probably Colin Pauline as the coaches are coming over and talking to him right now.
Gee, it looks like
Brockton.
Brockton.
The ball was moving back the other way, so that's why I thought it was Pauline. So
the ref's a little bit. Oh, that referee's thinking about the mashed potatoes and gravy.
I thought we were doing the Cupid shuffle, you know, to the left, to the right.
Yeah.
Now kick.
Yeah, they're thinking about that turkey dinner this afternoon.
Of course, we do appreciate the officials giving up some of their Thanksgiving morning to come referee a Thanksgiving game at the high school. Obviously a tough job, and it doesn't help when you have players and coaches and fans and commentators questioning everything going on, so we do appreciate what they do.
Yes, indeed.
And I wonder at this point, if you're De Silva and Coach Silva, do you consider the onside?
Me personally, I wouldn't, just because of the way the Bridgewater Rainham offense has been.
They go onside, and this is going to be Ocampo taking it back. We don't have to wonder anymore. Gabe Ocampo just blew this game wide open.
Yeah, again, I don't know if I would have did that, only because this offense, if that didn't happen, they would have got the ball at great field position, and the way they've been playing all game, it's just a real gamble, and unfortunately the gamble cost The box is 6 points right there, as you can see on the replay.
Give credit to the awareness of Gabe Ocampo. Just get the ball and run.
That's just great football instincts right there. To pick up that ball and just take off for the score.
So once again, the Trojans will go for 2. If you're just joining us, they attempted 2 PATs. They were both missed.
And Ocampo, he's only a sophomore.
We saw Gabe Ocampo early on this season make a name for himself, but obviously with the seniors taking charge, he obviously went a little further down the depth chart, but a big play there to make it 32-6. And a flag.
Right, he's going to have his shining moment later on within the next 2 years, but right there on Thanksgiving Day, he can go home and that turkey's going to taste a lot better.
It'll go on the Boxers. So, of course, the big question here is the top Thanksgiving side dish. More potatoes, stuffing.
I tell you, my top side dish for Thanksgiving is stuffing with a lot of gravy.
Yep, good call.
Got to have the gravy.
I think I heard from someone there's a way to make stuffing with bacon mixed in, so I had to find that out for next year.
Yeah, one year we went down to West Palm Beach for a friend of mine. His mother moved down there. We went down there for Thanksgiving, and she had oysters in the stuffing. I haven't tasted anything like that since then.
Well, Jack Lambert and Finn Kelly, along with this Trojans team, looking to eat well here on Thanksgiving. They get another 2 points on the board.
Nice job by the offense right there. Lambert, nice play fake. And perfectly nice jump, tall target, instant 2.
Finn Kelly's already had 1 reception today for a touchdown. Early on, that was in the first half.
Yeah, this Bridgewater Rainham team is really showing why they came into this game 7-3.
7-3 for the BR Trojans. The highest win total, I should say, since 2017. Thanks in part to that guy number there.
Yeah.
Number 2. Also number 2 on You Got Mossed a couple weeks ago.
Very impressive, this offense and defense of Bridgewater Rainham. Obviously a very good team beat them in the playoffs.
Jillian Allen on for the kick as Burke finally gets it. Perhaps his cleanest pickup of the day.
Wow, that was kind of a crazy kick there. It almost came, Bridgewater Rainham almost came down and recovered that kick.
34 points right now for the BR Trojans. Their 3rd highest point total here on Thanksgiving against the Brockton Boxers. They scored 36 in 2017 and had a 49-36 win back in 2019. They still have 9:50 to go here. Boxers looking to try and get another scoring drive in the books here before the end of the 2025 season.
Love those stats, John. You got them. Done your homework.
That's what I try to do here. I didn't do homework when I went here in 2008, so make up for it now in 2025.
There you go.
Semedo gets rushed. Semedo gets sandwiched. Number 75, Joseph LaFleur, a player we talked a lot about earlier this season, finally makes his presence known on this holiday.
Yeah, he's wearing the number 75. I'm going back again, old school, Mean Joe Green for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who was on that Steel Curtain team with Jack Lambert.
I'm learning so much. I also saw on YouTube there are a bunch of like old-time football games, so maybe that's what we'll do on the day off tomorrow. With 9:08 to go here in this 4th quarter, LaFleur, a member of the 2026 senior class, playing in his final high school football game. Semedo gets rushed again. The Trojans just turning up that defensive pressure really to the highest we've seen all day today.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this defense because the game is, you can see on the replay the pressure, but the game is really out of reach, but this defense is just relentless. They keep coming at the Brockton quarterback.
We talked before the game again, and we didn't know what this BR Trojans team would look like because they just came off of a heartbreaking victory to Bishop Fee on the road in the playoffs and the semifinals. It was a win or go to Gillette situation. But Ian Bain continues to lead this team in the right direction.
Yeah, there he is right there. And like I said, I was impressed with the energy he had at halftime when Newbie was interviewing him. I'm like, this guy's hyped.
One day I'll be as hyped and ready to go as Ian Bain. Get a timeout called here with 8:46 to go in the fourth quarter.
You can tell this coach for the Trojans knows how to get the best out of his team, get them motivated, get them riled up to go out there and give 110%. And that's what, like you said, they just lost their playoff game, but they've come out here today on Turkey Day and just turned up the notch to make sure they go out winners.
Let's go back to that Bill Ricca game. Post-game, Bain talked with the Taunton Daily Gazette's Cameron Merritt, and he said, quote, "It's easy when you come in as a new coach anywhere and talk about your philosophy, culture, and the process of how you plan to win. But it's nice for the kids that believe in that and are willing to do the hard work to have that reward. I'm not for everybody, but the fact that the kids are playing here, they bought in for the last 2 years, it's a testament to their hard work, and it's nice to see that rewarded and getting the result you want."
Very well said, Coach.
The senior class has certainly left a mark on Ian Bain's coaching career, and this defense is leaving a mark on Semedo. That time thanks to number 20, Pauline.
They definitely are leaving a mark on Semedo. You can see right here, they just come and pocket just collapses. Semedo didn't have a chance.
4th and 17 from the 24-yard line.
So the Boxers will kick away to Cam Knutson as Jack Lambert and a number of these seniors getting set to take the field potentially for the final time.
And let's hear it for the visiting Brockton band and the Brockton cheer team.
Certainly on the BR side, this has been a real highlight of a season. A team that was trying to find their way after a couple of down seasons and didn't really know what the future held, but the senior class led by players like Dorica and Reed and Jack Lambert obviously getting the Trojans pretty far in the postseason. Here's Knutson into Brockton territory, and Cam Knutson will get wrapped up and pushed out of bounds by Tyrese Jackson.
Nice return by Cam. See it here on the replay. Nice kick, nice punt. And he just follows his blockers. Gets a nice little return there.
So with an early game, we actually set a bunch of the stuff up today for this production, including the cables and the equipment and all that. And I'll get to something interesting I saw with the BR Trojans after this first play of the drive with Jack Lambert in the shotgun. 7:29 to go. Dylan Reed joins his quarterback in the backfield, and he'll get the handoff. And Reed will pick up a couple extra yards. So after practice, all the players went off the field and went into that grassy patch next to the concession stand. And they had a circle, and all the seniors were, or I should say the senior captains were talking to their team. Obviously, I was far away, so I couldn't hear what was being said, but the appreciation that the underclassmen have for this team, and you know, the sophomores trying to make a name for themselves on the roster, the appreciation they have for the senior captains on this team and vice versa, really just something interesting to watch. As Dorica will pick up another couple yards up to the 35 for about a 4-yard gain.
Well, that's just saying something about this Trojan team. It starts from the top. You've got a great coach, good motivator, rubs off on his seniors. They're good motivators, and the underclassmen respects them and pays attention to what they have to say. And it just showed on this day today, this beautiful Thanksgiving Day out here in Bridgewater-Rainham High.
Lambert completes it to Kelly. New set it down to cross the 30 and the 25. And he'll be spotted down at the 24-yard line, an 11-yard pickup. Lambert to Kelly.
Yep, again, a little play action. And Kelly just ran about 5-6 yard route. Ball was right there for him. Easy first down.
And after that practice that I talked about, Ian Bain actually tweeted out a picture of cleats on fire saying, one more game with this group.
Well, the cleats were definitely on fire today.
This offense has been moving here on this Thanksgiving morning as Peebles will pick up about a yard on the carry.
And hats off to this offensive line. They really stepped up, gave their quarterback time, made some nice holes for some of these running backs. But they've really, the quarterback, he should take them all out to post-Thanksgiving dinner, because they've really stepped up and protected their man, Jack Lambert.
Perhaps buy them Fribbles at Friendly's when it opens.
Fribbles, there you go.
Zach Sylvia, my broadcast partner, typically had to teach him what a Fribble was. Didn't know.
Didn't know what a Fribble was, huh?
Nope. Wow. The youth in the world right now.
Yeah.
Lambert rolling out to his left as a flag comes in, so this may come back, but nonetheless, Lambert will take off for the end zone, but that may all just be for running practice.
He just has the great quarterback instincts. Saw that nobody was open, but saw a big opening there on the left-hand side of the field. Nobody was over there, and just ran in untouched. But like you said, it probably is going to come back.
So let's talk a little bit about the Brockton Boxers here. We mentioned that they've had a few down years here. Obviously, Coach Silva in his second season. We had the Jermaine Wiggins experience. But it's been difficult for the Boxers to have long sustained success since Peter Colombo left. So is there something obvious that maybe the Boxers are missing, be it player leadership or something in the coaching staff?
Yeah, it's definitely something missing. I mean, Coach Colombo coached for a long time. I'm talking about the son. And there was a drop-off on motivational whatever. Like you said, it was the Wiggins factor for 1 year. Then Silva has come in and he's had a tough job of trying to regroup this Brockton High team and trying to get a winner back on the field.
Here's Peebles along the far side, getting back that penalty yardage, and he'll get forced out of bounds or around the first down marker.
Nice play action, but it was given right to the running back. And if you notice how Lambert just kind of faked the throw after he handed it off, he just continues to execute with energy there. You can see Coach for Bridgewater there's hands in his, like the game is still close.
Ian Bain coaches until the clock hits 000.
That's right.
Trip on the near side. Pitch to Braden Lewis, and he'll go across the 10 to move the chains again.
On this particular drive, the Trojans have gone a lot on the running play to their left. That must be the strongest side of this offensive line, because they're doing their job over there. That particular time, Brockton was able to get him down before any big yardage was met. But that left side of that offensive line has been pretty awesome today.
They've certainly done a great job this season keeping their quarterback upright, allowing him to throw for well over 2,500 passing yards.
That's a lot of yards.
Lambert completes that one to Tripp along the far sideline, trying to stay in bounds, get every last yard he can. He's going to be shy of the 5 to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Just a little quick out over there on the left-hand side.
Ball spot on the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8.
You just have a feeling the Trojans want to get this last score on the board. for the seniors to have one last send-off.
Yep.
One player we have yet to see today, so don't know if there's an injury issue or not, but Caden Blake, who has been a primary target for Jack Lambert. On 2nd and goal with Lewis on his left. Lambert, end zone, knocked away.
Nice defense there by Burke. Just got his hand in there on that little slant route to the goalpost. Slant in. Read well by the defensive back there.
PR fans, don't forget to give it up for a unsung heroes, our chain game from the Bridgewater Rainham.
3:42 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 3:42 remaining in the regular season for these two teams.
Third down, 3rd and 8.
Tripp, Reed, and Dorica on the near side for Lambert. Trojans facing a 3rd and goal. Lambert floats it up to Tripp, and Tripp will get into the end zone. A curtain call for the Jack Lambert Highlight Factory.
Gee, that was a beautiful play. I thought he was going to go to the outside receiver, but he had one coming in right there. Just a great play. Great execution by this Trojan team.
And the Trojans up 40-6 will elect for the PAT. As we are now in running time. Jillian Allen on for the PAT, and that is off the upright. But gotta give credit to Jillian Allen this season. She's been clutch. As we take another look at the Lambert to Tripp connection.
Right there, a little slant in, nothing you can do.
18, Jillian Allen.
Getting back to Jillian Allen for a second, she's the second female football player for the BR Trojans to play here. Lena Haikola, the first one. I believe she graduated a couple years ago.
Well, give the coach for the Trojans a hand there for having confidence in the young lady. Obviously, he saw something early in the season that this young lady can kick, and he gave her a chance. He didn't care if it was a he or she. It's what you do out there on the football field that counts.
It's belief like that that gets the players to play for Ian Bain.
Exactly.
As the Brockton Boxers will fall to 3-8 to round out 2025, the Bridgewater Rainham Trojans will earn their 8th win of the season. It was a game that it almost felt like a 50-50 split, the ground game and the passing game.
Yeah, it was all around. He spread it out nicely, kept Brockton on its heels. You just didn't know what this Bridgewater team was going to do next. And they just executed to perfection.
So the final couple plays here for Semedo and the rest of this Brockton Boxers offense. Again with a low snap, and that is caught by Burke across the 40. And while we have a second here, want to point out another member of our crew, Newbie Rateau, who has had himself quite the 2025. Got married. He also had a release of his film documentary report card that actually debuted at Patriot Place and Showcase Cinemas.
Excellent.
And I was talking to you before, I think that premiere was just so big that Showcase Cinemas had to close down the Patriot Place location shortly after.
Yeah, it was sold out.
Semedo going deep, and that is going to be caught. Jared Mighty with a send-off for 2025.
And well-deserved. Even though Brockton's going to lose this, at least Jared Mighty in the limelight for a moment there, caught a beautiful, ran a beautiful pass route, post, outran the defenders, and it was laid right there into his hands. There it is right there, he slung it out there. Gee, Samito looked like Shador Sanders there. First quarterback, rookie quarterback to throw two 50-yard passes for touchdowns, I believe.
Give credit to Jared Mighty. He is a special player to watch.
Yes, he is.
And congratulations to him and the rest of the seniors on their careers for BR and Brockton, respectively. But it's the BR Trojans getting a 28-point victory, 40-12, thanks in large part to their senior starting quarterback, Jack Lambert.
Senior parents and senior players, thank you very much.
Yeah, I just have to hats off to the Brockton Boxers for hanging in there. They were definitely outmatched today, but they didn't give up. Got a touchdown there at the very end, and hats off to the Brockton Rainham Trojans. They really look good after coming off a playoff loss, and they came out here to play today, John.
Well, once again, congratulations to the BR Trojans finishing off quite the 2025. I want to thank everybody behind the scenes for BTV and BCA and my broadcast partner, Miles Jackson. Looking forward to do this again next year in the City of Champions, Miles.
Definitely a pleasure. Pleasure working with you, John.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody watching. We will talk to you during basketball season. Good afternoon, everyone.
Drive safely and have a wonderful